brown in Kenpo Karate for Christ and all the Kenpo systems starts the last of the advanced levels. They count backwards: third brown, second brown, first brown. This is the last three levels right before you start the black belts, and then they'll count upwards from there. So we've been counting backwards from yellow belt up, or from white belt up. From white belt was our what we call our 10th cue, and then yellow, and then orange, purple, blue, 2 levels of green, so that we had 5th green, then 4th green, right? It's we're counting backwards towards first cue. We reached the brown belt levels. The last 3 cue levels, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, are all going to be the brown belt, and they'll count backwards that way. And that's why the Kenpo system does that, count backwards with those brown belts. 3rd brown is not more advanced than 1st brown. It's the opposite. 1st brown is the highest, and it's the last level right before you go into the actual Densho levels, the black belt stage. So 3rd brown here, we're starting our advanced section. Our beginner section was the yellow through purple, and then the intermediate section would have been the blue and both green belt levels, and so now we're into our advanced sections, all the brown belt level material. The first technique that we have here in 3rd brown is darting mace. Darting mace is going to be a wrist grab. We're back to our grabs again. We'll find in this level, as much as we can, we're going to still stick with our template that we have for the techniques, where we do a grab, push, punch, kick, hold, hug, choke, lock, weapon attack. Right now we've got multiple attacks, be it a combination attack or more than one attacker coming at you. So that's going to break down a little bit, and that'll begin at this stage. We're going to start to run out of hold attacks, and we're going to start to incorporate different things to fit that in, and we've got a lot of multiple attacks we've got to fit where we can. But as much as possible, we're still going to follow that structure. It makes it easier to memorize, and it makes each level a little more interesting, so you don't have one level you get to and it's nothing but, all right, step through punch and defenses for that. We still keep a good variation of self-defense every level this way. So our first grab attack is, they've got your right wrist, and they're grabbing it with both hands. So it's both a direct grab and a cross grab. Both hands are on your wrist here, 2-on-1. So they've got the advantage with both hands on yours. The ideas that we're going to see in darting mace are similar to the ideas that we introduced with clipping the storm back in blue belt. However, clipping the storm, as it's a weapon attack, probably borrowed its ideas from this technique. This is probably where it started, the root of some of the ideas that you're going to see. So they've got your wrist with both hands here. First thing we're going to do is reach, open up the right hand, and grab the inside, cross grab the inside of their right wrist. So we've got control of that. And then from there, what we're going to do is stepping forward, we're going to punch, and we're going to bounce off their arm, hitting to the forearm, just like the glancing idea that we did with glancing spear, where we hit the arm and it came straight up to the eyes. We're going to do that by using the forearm. We're going to hit into their arm, and in one motion, drive up to the face. So that's with a step through. You're holding on to them, we step, we're hitting their arm, and then it glances up into the face. There's a little bit of a pull action this way too, as you step in and hit, and that should help clear that arm and shoot up to that face. Even if it doesn't, it'll cut straight across the weak points there on the top of the forearm. So hit in, punch up. Now from here, that's step 1. Step 2, we're going to clear those arms down and out of the way and cross punch over the top. We use this idea an awful lot with the kids program. Anytime the hands are in the way, we knock them down. So pull in, punch into the chin, clear the arms down, and cross punch to the sternum over top of where you clear those arms. And that's step 2. So it hits, glances up and punches, clears down, and strikes midsection there. And then from here, as you've knocked them back with this punch, we're going to chase them down. The next move in step 3 really has 2 parts. There's a 2.5. Step 2.5 is, I'm going to step the right foot up to cat stance. I'm going to do a thrusting sword hand to the throat. So left hand shoots out to the throat here, kind of like that palm strike, with that outward hand sword together, thrusting into the throat as the right foot steps forward. and keeping that momentum going from that step. Then I'm going to step all the way forward with a palm strike to the chin. And from there, it's full cover out to 6 o'clock. And that's starting mace. So again, we grab, we hit the arm, bounce up to the face, clear down, cross punch over with the right, slide up with the right, but hand sword to the throat with the left. Step forward, palm strike to the chin as you plant that weight forward. So as you slide the hand up, your weight's still shifting forward and then all the way through. Again, it should be, both those moves count as one step. So it's like 2.5 and 3. Full cover out. So again, the counts on that would be like 1, 2.5, 3. Again, darting mace, punch up, clear, hand sword, thrust to the chin, and full cover out. So you can see that kind of driving forward, just like we did with clipping the storm. Some of those ideas of moving straight in on them, ending with that palm strike. But I think clipping the storm's ideas more likely came from darting mace. So one more time, darting mace, full cover out. That's the first technique in the third Brown Kenpo Karate for Christ.